Hi friends, another week and we are back with another useful quick tip from dataplatformcentral.com. In this edition, we are going to look into again a Transact SQL tip. This is like a follow-up from one of our earlier videos which explained on how we can implement a role-based data masking. Here we are going one step ahead and we are trying to see how we can implement the row level access within a table based on roles. This feature is known as row level security or RLS and is available in Azure SQL Database, SQL Server and Azure Synapse Analytics. Quite often we have scenarios like, say, a table having some sales data and we also have some sales reps attached to that who will be mapped to different zones. So there will be a north zone, a south zone, etc. So we need to make sure that whenever a person which belongs to a particular sales region looks into the data, he is only seeing his region's data rather than the entire data due to privacy issues. So in such cases, we need to apply some kind of a row level restriction on the table's data so that the people belonging to only the corresponding regions can see their data. And whenever a person from a very high level like top management looks into the data, they should still have access to the complete data of the table. So this is a typical case where row level security comes handy. So what we can do is we can define roles which corresponds to each of these sales regions, and we can assign each of these users to these roles, and through these roles you can implement row level security. We have two ways of applying row level security. One is by directly applying it on the table on which we want to query, and another one is through a lookup table. So we look into a use case based on both of these scenarios. So let's go straight into the demo and see how we can implement it on a typical table which stores a sales related data. Let's start by creating a simple table called sales rep. This is going to store the details of all the sales representatives which belongs to a particular company. So we have created the table and we are populating it with some sample data around 10-11 rows. So we have different sales rep information inside that. For example, Ravi Basit belongs to the north zone of sales, Matthew belongs to the east zone, Santosh Menon belongs to north zone, like that. Different sales reps along with their corresponding region to which they are mapped on, and also they have the manager details also saved. So people with null, they are like the top level managers of that particular region. So now let's see how we can implement a row level security on top of this particular table. So in this case we are directly, this is the first use case where you are directly applying the row level security on a table, and then using the different roles we are trying to access the data from this table. So for that purpose, let's first create few users. So for this test purpose I am just creating the users without any login. In the actual case you will be creating your actual users itself in the database level like an SQL login. So I am creating 4 users here. One will be the elevated kind of user called manager. Then we have 3 different users defined for 3 different zones now, east, south and north. So I have created all the 4 users now, and we also have the table called sales reps where we have the different sales representative details along with the zones to which they are mapped. So now that we have created the table as well as the roles, the next is to grant select to this table for all these roles. So I am going to use grant select on the table name, which is the sales rep table, to each one of these roles which I defined, the users that I defined, manager, east, south, north, etc. Now I am going to create a new schema called security. As a part of implementing RLS, we will be creating a table valued function, we will be creating a security policy, etc. So in order to segregate all of them, I am creating this schema. So let's create the new schema security where we are going to place all our RLS related objects that we are going to create so as to restrict the row level data. So now we have created the new schema, and once we are creating, the next main step for implementing RLS is to define a table valued function. So the way it works in database is that we define a table valued function inside which we will specify the restrictions on how the data should be accessible, and once the table valued function is created, we will attach it to the table by means of a security policy. Once you do that, then and once you give the users the access to this security function, then whenever the user tries to access the data from this table, automatically the table valued function will be called upon, and it will be evaluating the username against that restriction logic that you have written inside that. Based on whether the user has access to a particular row, those row will be displayed to the user, and whichever rows doesn't have access to the user, those rows will be hidden, or the user will not be able to see those data from the table. This is how RLS works in the case of a database. So let's create that table valued function. So we are creating a table valued function called security predicate, and we are, of course, you have to create it with schema binding option so that it's bound to the schema. And what you do inside is that, if you see, you are just returning a boolean result as 1. So the 1 will be returned only in the cases where either the region of the sales rep corresponds to the region that you pass, or the region corresponds to the username that you pass. And the only cases where this particular condition is not evaluated is when you are a manager, which means if you are accessing the table as a manager, you will be able to see the entire data. Otherwise, it will only show you the data which corresponds to a region value of your particular user. So if you are looking from north, you will be only seeing the data corresponding to north. Similarly, south and east. So once you create such a function, so the function is now created, and then you need to now define a security policy. So you will create a security policy called sales filter. You are basically going to apply a filter on top of it, and you will add the filter predicate by using this function, security predicate. There is a function that you created in the previous step, and what you have to pass inside, you have to pass the region information. So inside that, you will pass the region column of the sales rep. So you will be applying this security policy on this table, sales rep. This is a table that we created in the previous screen, and it has a column called region, which consists of north, east, south. So 3 zones are now defined. So you will be passing this column inside the security policy, and then it calls this the function for that, the table valued function, by passing this column as an argument. It uses the value of the column to evaluate whether the user belongs to the same region. If he belongs to the same region, then it will return 1, which means those rows will be returned. And for the cases where the region doesn't match, it will not return any result. The only cases where it returns a result when the region doesn't match is when the user is a manager. So let's create the security policy also now. So now we have first created the table, then we have created the users, then we have granted access to the users on the table, then we created the table valued function which contains the security predicate, and finally we created the security filter using this security predicate function. And now we have created everything. We need to give access to this security predicate for all the users. So we will select on this security predicate function, which is going to grant you the RLS access to each of these users. So now all your steps are done. Now you can check and see whether it is working fine. So let's first execute it as a user north. So you can use execute as option to impersonate yourself as a different user. So I am using execute as user north. So what will happen, for the time being, I am executing the query under the context of this north user. So when I go and check the sales rep table, I will only see the rows which belongs to north. So if you see, only the north related sales reps informations will be retrieved. This is because the RLS will come into play. The table function will check whether the user corresponds to the region of north. Only if it corresponds to a region of north, it will return 1. So only those results will be seen. So now if we can come out of that security context. So let me now execute it as a user which belongs to south. So when we execute it as a user which belongs to south, and when we try to select from the table, you can see that you will be able to only see the users which belongs to south. Similarly, if you come out of that context and if you execute it as a user which belongs to east, then you can only see the rows which corresponds to east. And finally, when you execute it as the manager who has access to the entire table, you will be able to see the entire table of data. You will be able to see north, east, south, all the different types of regions. So this is how RLS works. So depending on the user that you define, you will automatically attach a table valued function which will check whether the region value of that particular row corresponds to the user role that you are executing the query. If it corresponds to your region, it will show you the data. Otherwise, it will not. Or if you are a manager, then it will not look for those conditions. It will just give you the every data. So this is how RLS works. So now what we have done is, like, we have directly applied it on a table, and then we have seen how the access works in the case of RLS. Now let's go one step ahead. So for this purpose we are going to create a new table called sales details. This sales details is going to have some details of some sales that happened, and each of these sales will be conducted by a sales representative. So you have a column inside that called sales representative. So that gives you the details of the sales rep who did the actual sales. So now what if we have to restrict the data of this table based on the region? Here this table doesn't have a region information, it only has a sales information, but then we require restricting the access based on the region. So whenever a person from a particular sales region, a sales rep from a particular sales region looks into it, he should only see the sales which are corresponding to that region. If this is the requirement, then what you need to do is, like, you can't directly apply RLS on sales details, you need to use the sales rep table as a lookup table, because only the sales rep table has the region information. This table only have the sales rep information. So then the rest of the steps remains the same. So you need to first grant select on this table to all the users, to manager, east, west, south, everything, and then you need to define correspondingly another function. So previously if you see, the function just looks for the region column within the same table. In this case it doesn't have the column within the same table. So what we do inside is that we will make use of a join statement to join to the main table. The main table is the sales rep, that is where you have the region information. So you use the sales rep equal to rep id condition, join to the main table, and then check for the region information from there. S.region equal to username. Or one more thing is, if you see some cases, for example if you see one of the cases here, the sales rep, you can see that Martin Luther as an example, he doesn't have any region set. So region is null for Martin Luther. In such cases you have to refer to his manager's region. So Martin Luther reports to 1, and 1 corresponds to Ravi Bassett, who is belonging to North. So when Martin Luther looks into it, he may be a new sales rep, he has not yet been assigned a particular region. So in such cases also you should, if the direct region information is not available, you should get the region from his manager's level. That is why we have this additional logic here. If you go to the logic here, it checks for the corresponding sales rep and see if that sales rep's region corresponds to username. If that sales rep doesn't have a region, then we will have one more left join option here. This is for getting his manager. So if you see the join here, we are joining from a sales rep to his manager. So we will check if his region corresponds to that user or his manager's region corresponds to that user, so that such instances can also be covered. And if you are a manager, then you don't have to look at any one of these, you can see all the data. So we are going to create such a table valued function now. So that is now created. Again we will create a corresponding security policy also, just like what we created. Here the security policy will be created on sales details, not on sales rep. Sales rep we already have another security policy. This one is on sales details, and we will create a security policy based on the new function that we created, security predicate 1, which is the function we created just in the earlier step, where it looks for this join and make sure that either the sales rep or his manager belongs to the region. So once we create this, we can give access to all the users to this new function that we create. So now that we have created the new function, we have assigned the new security policy, we have also assigned users to this security predicate. Now if you try to execute it, if you, for example, I am executing that as a North user, I will only see the sales details which corresponds to North. See, I can see only one sale which corresponds to North. That only sale is 103, order number 103, and this order number 103 was done by 4, sales rep 4. So sales rep 4 is Manuel Johnson, who corresponds to North. Okay, so like that, whatever user you are working with, only those users, corresponding to those users, the sales details will be provided. So if I come out of this context and if I am executing it as a South user, I will only see these 2 sales which corresponds to the South user. And similarly, if I come out of that and execute it as East, it will show the East sales. And finally, when I execute it as a manager, I'll be able to see all the sales details, North, South, East, everything. So this is how you implement row level security at different levels. Either it can be directly applied onto a table, or it can be applied to a table through another lookup table. So in the first case, we saw that it directly applied on the main sales rep table based on the region information which was directly available. In the second case, we don't have the region information directly available on sales details. So what we did was we created a new predicate which will apply our row level security through the other table, sales rep, which is used as a lookup table, by attaching based on the relationship rep id equal to sales rep, and then we'll check for the region, make sure that the region corresponds to the user's region. North means it's the north user, or south means it's a south user. And in all cases we will provide a bypass condition for managers. If it's a manager, we don't really look for the region, we will provide them with the entire data from the table. So this is a pretty good feature which you can use when you want to restrict a single table's access to multiple users based on any one of those information within the table. It can be a region information, or it can be based on a department. In the case of employees, you will have different employees with different departments. So when a marketing employee looks in, you should only look at the marketing employee. So you can even implement organizational structure, like when a manager looks into it, he will only see his employees, like that. So it really depends on what logic you write inside this table valued function. So this is where the main logic is getting implemented. Depending on what logic you are writing inside this, it can automatically apply that restriction while you try to select the data from your table, and based on that restriction, it will only show you the data which you are supposed to see based on your user definition. So hope this quick demo helped you to understand how you can easily implement RLS or row level security on a table by utilizing a column which is already present in the table against corresponding users created on the database. Or if you don't have a direct column available on the table, you can even take the help of a lookup table, like what we have used in our case, and through the lookup table you can restrict the access to your table by means of a column which can be directly mapped to your corresponding users. Hope you found this quick demo useful. Feel free to let me know your comments and subscribe to my channel to get useful tips like this every week. Feel free to click on bell icon to get notifications. See you soon with another useful tip next week. Till then, bye and thanks for your time.